after the election, you received a phone call from President Trump and Rudy Giuliani in which they discussed the result of the presidential election in Arizona. If you would, tell us about that call.
The president initially laid out the broad claim of fraud across the country and named different states, including my own.
What was the ask during this call? He was making these allegations of fraud, but he had something or a couple things that they wanted you to do. What were those?
He said, well, we have heard by an official high up in the Republican legislature that there is a legal theory or a legal ability in Arizona that you can remove the electors of President Biden and replace them. Well, for them to say to me, yeah, we just want you to throw out those electors and put in Trump's. I'm thinking, have I gone to another planet? I mean, it's like, what? I'm not going to do that. I mean, I wanted him to win. Okay, so what? I'm not going to cheat. I'm not going to cheat to win. What's that? I flat out said, you're asking me to break my oath. I swore an oath. I'm not going to break it. Period. Not going to break it. I said, well, if you're talking this, I got to have the proof. I said, Rudy, do you have the names of the dead people who voted? He goes, yes. And do you have the names of the 200,000 illegals who voted in our election? Yes. I said, I want those names. And the president says, Rudy, give the man what he wants. Give him what he wants. He says, yeah, we've got him, Mr. President. I'll get him to him.
In the criminal indictment, Jack Smith saw the call as evidence of a crime.
The defendant and co-conspirator 1 asked the Arizona House Speaker to use the legislature to circumvent the process by which legitimate electors would be ascertained.
If you are calling a state official and you're asking them to nullify lawful votes and to replace them with unlawful votes, that is squarely within federal statutes regulating election conspiracy.
Not long after the call, Rudy Giuliani himself arrived in Arizona.
Did you meet with Mr. Giuliani and his associates while they were in Phoenix?
Yes, I did, sir. There was a row of people, and Giuliani and Jenna Ellis, I recognized them. And I sat down on the opposite side. I just said, did you bring me the proof? And he said, what? I said, do you remember our phone call when you said you were going to bring me the proof? And he said, oh yeah. I said, did you bring it? And he turned to Jenna Ellis and he says, do you have the proof? And she said, yeah. Well, can we see it? And she leans over and fumbles through her briefcase and says, oh no, I don't have it here. It must be at the hotel room.
In this meeting or at any other later time, did anyone provide you with evidence of election fraud sufficient to affect the outcome of the presidential election in Arizona?
No one provided me ever such evidence.